What's up, guys? In this video we're going to be looking at the EV sector, electric vehicle sector, the top stocks that have been breaking out to the upside. If there's going to be a potential significant move coming up pretty soon, we're going to be looking at exactly each and every one of these companies, what could potentially affect the price for these companies, guys. I'm going to be going over in detail about what could potentially drag these companies to the downside. I'm also going to be going over exactly what happened in the stock market today and what to expect and what potential economic reports that can affect the stock market to the upside, to the downside in this video, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video, guys. Alright, guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you like the video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below, guys. So in this video, we're going to be going over one of the most important things that you need to pay attention to, especially if the stock drastically moves to the upside. There are certain things that analysts come out and that potentially affect the stock price, guys. So what this is if a stock shoots up to the downside, to the upside a lot, and analysts can come out and say that they downgraded, they believe that the stock is overpriced, and they do their research and they basically change their evaluations for basically from a buy to a sell or from a hold to a sell, and that drastically affect the stock price at the downside, guys. So one of the examples that I want to show you guys is recently NIO stock has been going to the upside a lot, and it just shot up to the upside a lot because of, you know, they won a government contract and their vaccines are actually significantly making, you know, moves to phase 1 clinical trials and things like that. So those news were positive, and the stock just continued to go to the upside and hit almost $31, and it went above $31, as you can see over here. And you know, the analyst actually, when the stock drastically moved to the upside, an analyst came out and they basically downgraded the stock and they reevaluated exactly the price points and what they expect the stock to be at, you know. So when that actually news came out, and when these analysts downgraded the stock, you know, that the stock drastically went down and it went back to the price from where it broke out of, you know. So when the analyst price target basically was $24, $26.95, and you know, the stock eventually is currently trading right at that price point, like right below that kind of price point, you know. So it was trading at $30, it went down to $20, it pulled back, and now it's currently trading at $23. So these are really important. These upgrades, these downgrades of these analyst reports can drastically affect them, especially when these kind of main companies make a significant move to the upsides. They're super sensitive to be affected by these analyst upgrades, downgrades, guys. So, and as you all know, guys, Tesla stock is also one of these companies that is significantly sensitive to these analyst upgrades, downgrades, you know. So just to show you guys exactly what to expect, you know, these upgrades and downgrades happen every single day. As you can see over here today, the July 8th, 2020, these are all of the, you know, the companies that got upgraded, downgraded, or didn't change anything. So these are all the analyst firms, as you can see over here: UBS, Berkeley's, JP Morgan, you know, Goldman Sachs, you know, all these companies, you know, all these banks like Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they can come out and their analysts can say that, you know, they are actually looking at this specific company and they believe that this company is not going to have a potential, you know, to go to the upside. They might downgrade it, and if they see potential, they might upgrade it from a buy, you know, from a hold to a buy, or from a sell to a hold, you know. And these things kind of happen, the stock can drastically change the way that it was trending to the upside, to the downside. So these are some of the reports that kind of came out, the analyst reports that upgraded, that garnered for this specific day. But we're going to be looking at exactly what is the analyst, you know, anticipation of the companies that are in the electric sector. We're going to be looking at Tesla, NIO, Workhorse, Solo, Nikola, FUV, and AYRO. So I'm going to be going over all of these companies, what the analysts are expecting, if they upgraded, they downgraded, and we'll see exactly if they could potentially come out and affect the price of these specific companies. But now let's look at to the first company we're going to be looking at. Is going to be Tesla stock, guys. So as a snapshot of this Tesla stock, the average recommendations from the overall, like all of these analysts, these different banks, different firms, is to hold the Tesla stock. You know, the average target price is $809.31. What the deal about is if one of these, you know, analysts or one of these firms, you know, comes out and say, you know, Tesla stock is extended to the upside a lot, we believe, you know, the average price, we're going to change it from a buy to a hold, or from a buy to a sell, you know, that's going to drag the stock price that's going to affect it, because if the firm, for example, if it's like Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, also the firm name actually can have a potential effect on it too. And also Tesla stock is super sensitive, so as you can see over here, the price that is trading currently right now is way over above the average target price of the analyst. So there's $1,369.95. And currently the analyst recommendation is to buy, and 8 of them say it's a buy. 1 month ago, it's 8 of them said it's a buy. 3 months ago, 9 of them said it's a buy. Overweight, it's going to be 1, and the hold is like 11 of them says that it's a hold. The stock is definitely a hold. 1 month ago, 12 of them say it's a hold. 3 months ago, it's 15. Underweight, sell, says 10 of them says to sell right now. 1 month ago, is to be 9 of them that says to sell right now. So that kind of increased. And 3 months ago, it's 8 of them. So the selling is kind of like increasing month by month, as you can see over here. So the mean is basically to hold this specific company right now at this specific point. So that is what the analysts anticipate for this company. But they can come out at any time, as I said, and kind of change that, and they can potentially affect it. Now let's move on to the second stock that's been breaking out to the upside a lot. It's been non-stop breaking out to the upside, just going up like 10% every single day. So as you can see, the average recommendation for this specific company is hold, and the average target price is $39.89. So that is really, really good. If you're somebody that's holding NIO stock, that is fantastic when you can see that the average target price is $39 and the current price is $13.18. So there's definitely an upside potential for this company. So the analyst recommendations, basically the currently is only 2 and the hold is going to be 9. It kind of increased from 8 from last month to 9 over here. And as you can see, the sell is going to be only 2 of them, and it actually decreased. Like 3 months ago, 3 of them is actually saying that to sell. Right now is only 2, and the mean is going to be hold. So that is fantastic for NIO if you're holding it. However, just keep in mind that when these companies, when they're actually moving to the upside, any of them can come out and to say that this company, the projections was kind of wrong and things like that, and they can lower it, maybe downgrade it, and that can potentially affect the stock. So you need to pay really significant attention to, because these stocks are extended to the upside a lot, so they're super sensitive to these analyst reports, unfortunately, because they are trading way higher. They've been going up a lot, and they're super sensitive, guys. So now let's move on to the third stock, which has been getting a lot of attention. It's going to be Workhorse. Now, Workhorse stock is currently trading at $16.85. The analyst recommendation, it's a buy. That is fantastic. It's really better than Tesla and NIO. So this company recommendation is a buy. The average target price is $15.13. So you need to be aware of it, guys. So it's kind of trading above the average target price of this. So any of these analysts can come out and say, okay, if they're going to change it from a buy to a hold, that can affect the stock price significantly, guys, since the stock has been trending to the upside a lot. And the current, there are 4, analysts, confirmed saying that it's a hold right now. I mean, it's a buy right now. 1 month ago was 3. That's fantastic. So there's not a lot of, analysts that kind of evaluated the specific company. So it's only 4 firms, that did it. So it was actually pretty good when you look at it from $15. It's not bad, but be super, super aware. They can downgrade it and they can turn it from a buy to a hold. That can affect the stock price. Now let's move on to the third stock. Nikola stock, we've been talking about it a lot, in the past, the S1 filings, all of the issues with the Badger truck orders and things like that. But the stock actually today had a significant day to the upside. It was up like 4.94% to the upside, 56.7. That's the after hours is up 4.94%, but it was up significantly higher today. But the average recommendation is overweight, which is the average target price of $56.67. Okay, so that's exactly close to the price point that it has right now. And the earnings per share, the analyst recommendations, only 2 analysts are saying it's a buy, and the hold is going to be only 1. So this is like a new company, so there's not a lot of analysts coming out. Since it's a new company, there's not analysts that did their research and kind of came out and say this company is a buy, this company is a sell. It's only 3. So that's why it's kind of relatively lower when you look at it too. So that is why this company is just kind of a new company. So there needs to be major banks or firms to come and analyze this company, and they're eventually going to, I believe the price is going to be definitely lower. That's my personal belief, but I think it's super, super important. If they have the more analysts that you see over here, the better, so they did more research. They have a lot of, analysts that can come and do a lot of research for this specific company, guys. But only currently for Nikola, it's only 3 analysts, and the average price is 56.67. Now let's move on to Solo, guys. Solo. Now, as you see, when the market cap kind of decreases, you know, the analyst research, the analyst reports and things like that kind of decreases too, because these are kind of the penny stocks in a way. So Solo is a penny stock. It's gonna not be a penny stock if it goes above $5, but currently it's $4.94, and the average target price is $4. It's trading way above, and only number of ratings is going to be 1. The analyst report that kind of did research on it is going to be only 1, and they state that it's a buy right now. So as the market cap decreases, and as you know, these companies, you know, price point, it becomes, if these companies are penny stocks, you know, there are not going to be a lot of people that are going to be interested to do kind of research on them unless, you know, they're kind of big companies or big market cap companies, you know. So now let's move on to the other stock, which is going to be the last company we're going to be looking at. Is going to be ticker symbol FUV Arcimoto. The average recommendation, it's a buy, and the average target price is $5.70. So that is significantly lower than the current price of the company trading at right now. It's $8.12. And as you can see over here, we got 5 analysts that did the research. All of them say it's a buy right now. So be super careful if they believe, you know, if the company extends to the upside, they might be like, okay, this company is way extended to the upside. Let's reevaluate the market cap and things like that. And they might change it from a buy or to a sell, or they may change it from a buy just to hold. That can affect the price significantly. So keep an eye on all of these companies. All of these upgrades, downgrades can definitely significantly affect the price of these specific companies, guys. So be super careful because these companies are really, really extended to the upside, guys. But now let's look at exactly what happened in the stock market. Let's do a major recap, and also going to be going over important stock market related news reports that's going to be coming out tomorrow that could potentially affect the stock market to the upside. We got job reports and things like that coming up tomorrow, so you need to super be paying attention to if you're going to be day trading or being active tomorrow. So as you can see over here today, it was relatively a solid day. As you can see in the technology sector, you got Microsoft up, you know, Apple, you know, Amazon just continuing, Facebook, Google, you know, financials also been up today, which is kind of pretty good. Kind of the healthcare sector didn't actually participate that much. Walmart kind of pulled back. It had a fantastic day yesterday, which was super good. The energy sector basically flat. So it's kind of like in the mixed, but overall it kind of ended positive right at the end of the day. If you actually watch the markets right before, like 1 hour before market close, the market started to trend to the upside, and you know, right 30 minutes before market close just went up, and we eventually closed green. So that is pretty good. And one of the reports that we talked about yesterday that was going to be coming out for today at 3 p.m. was the consumer credit. It's going to be for the period of May, and the previous month was minus $70 billion, but for May it's actually a minus 18 billion. So that was a pretty good number. It's actually got a little lower, so that's fantastic. But now let's look at the important reports that could potentially affect the stock market tomorrow, Thursday, July 9 at 8:30 a.m. We got initial jobless claims, regular state programs. So this is going to be for the period of July 4. So the median forecast is going to be 1.4 million, and the previous was 1.43 million. So if there's going to be a difference, you know, if the numbers are higher or lower, that can potentially affect the markets, guys. Also at 8:30 a.m. we got a continuous job claims, and that's going to be for the period of July 27. The previous one was 19.3 million. And also at 10 a.m. we got the wholesale inventories. That's going to be for the period of May. So the previous one was 0.3%, guys. So if these numbers kind of, you know, up or down, that could potentially affect the stock market to the upside, to the downside. Specifically, pay attention to the time these reports come out and how things unfold, guys. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and make sure you smash the like button, guys. But I'll catch you guys on another video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.